Coming to you live from downtown Los Angeles' Crypto.com Arena in Burbank, California. This is the Film vs. Film Podcast Season 4 Awards episode. I'm your host, Quinn Boys. I have hosted over a dozen awards shows in my professional career, and I am joined, as always, by my frequent collaborator and co-host, Leonard Smith Jr. Leonard, this is Hollywood's biggest night. How are you doing, buddy?
Don't forget to say champion.
I didn't forget anything. I didn't forget to say anything.
Hey, man. I'm here, man. I'm sorry. I just had to smoke. Just had to hit my pen, you know. I always get a little anxious every time we have an award show, but the LAPD promised us, along with the Burbank Police Department, promised us that Michael Jordan will not find his way onto the premises, so we don't have to worry about him coming and trying to kill us today. So
it's true. People who have listened to previous awards episodes, and why wouldn't you, by the way? They're the best episodes that we do because they are the shortest and we don't make anyone watch bad movies. But you may recall that we have hosted an earlier season awards episode from the now defunct Staples Center in Los Angeles.
R.I.P.
Yes. But this technically is a different venue, Leonard. It's a technicality, but this is the first. We're actually christening the Crypto.com Arena.
We are the first award show to be held in the Crypto.com Arena.
That's right. This place has only seen Lakers losses so far in 2022, but we are now going to bring a little bit of winning for a change tonight.
A little bit of winning. Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of winning ways. There are going to be a lot of awards won today. There are going to be some tears. There are going to be some laughs. It's going to be all around a good time.
And there's going to be some losers. Of course, you can't have winners without losers. I know that best of all. And we just want everyone to know, all of our guests, all of the films that we discussed on this past season of the Film vs. Film podcast, that just to be mentioned.
Do you want to go through a quick recap?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we go through?
We started out the season with a very lovely guest, Peter Banifez. He chose horror as the prompt. You know, I think this is the first season where literally every single prompt was selected by the guest. This was the first season where every prompt was selected.
So if you didn't like the prompt, take it up with that person.
Not us.
Is what you're saying, Leonard. Yeah, that's
and he chose horror, and you know, I came out ready to just to give you a dub because I knew you needed one. And
you always hand me that week 1 W.
It'd make you feel good. We did Tales from the Hood versus The Ring, which Quinn won. The next episode, we had Josh Simpson, who, if you are an avid listener, you know that I flub someone's name pretty much every intro of every episode, and I think that was the beginning of the process for season 4 flubs. I forgot his last name in the middle of introducing.
The thing is, you've known Josh for a while. Josh is in the improv community that we are parasitic onto, and so I think what happened is it was like it's always funny to see a real deer in the headlights situation develop as it develops, because I think you got to stop hitting that weed pen before we record, Leonard, because your face was just, all the information left your brain, and then I think I saw your soul leave your body.
You saw it, and thankfully the information was transferred to you, and you saw what was happening, and you completed the sentence for me, and we kept it pushing. Josh did not say anything, but he had to have noticed. There's no way he didn't notice.
Well, if he didn't notice, he'll notice now.
Shout out that he didn't. He must have not noticed, or he must have just known how high I was, because he gave me the dub when we did movie you're obsessed with. That it was a weird one, but we ended up with Obsessed With. It was Idiocracy versus The Mummy, and Idiocracy won. Giving me a nice dub and Quinn a nice L. Next episode, very controversial episode. Musical.
Your fault. It's your fault that it's controversial.
With John Potter. The movie Quinn saw one time, Chicago.
The movie that I saw one time, Chicago, beat Leonard's movie, which is not a musical, Pitch Perfect.
Perfect. That was just a big flub on my part.
You had it coming, Leonard.
Quinn won that one. Next episode, this was a fun episode. And this was a fun prompt that Amalia Quinn gave us. And it was Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles. And Quinn being Quinn, he chose L.A. Confidential. Los Angeles Confidential in the title. And I chose, of course, Boys in the Hood, which won. Shout out to Amalia. Main character dies. Next episode, James Mastriani. This was we had a lot of fun episodes.
This was a fun one because I I got to do my favorite thing, which is steal a win from you in the last 5 minutes of the recording.
Oh my God, man! I really would have trounced you this season had you lost this episode.
Yep.
Yes. Somehow Training Day lost to The Departed, which I mean, it's not surprising when it's facing The Departed, but
go and listen to the episode. You can see my masterful closing arguments, my closing thoughts, where I could see, in the same way that I saw your soul leave your body when you forgot Josh's name in the intro, Leonard, I saw James's. I saw it was like I granted him divinity, like his eyes were open anew to a new reality that I awokened him to. Anyway, let's keep going. The following episode 6, A-Lister's Worst Movie. This was a fun one for you, but we had the lovely Hannah Faust's guest.
This was just two bad movies. I mean, it was the A-Lister's Worst Movie, and
I chose Will Smith's Wild Wild West,
and I chose Jamie Foxx's Breaking All the Rules. I felt like you could have maybe pulled a W out in this episode had you maybe argued a little better.
I also thought I was going to win that episode, which is maybe why I didn't argue as hard as I could have.
Yeah. It was a weird one because I wasn't sure if the worst movie was supposed to win or the better of the two worst movies.
I think I got tripped up. I think I got tripped over my own red tape. I'm always trying to put caution tape around as if our prompts are a crime scene. I'm trying to lead you in a certain direction with my lawyering, and I think I wound up leading myself into the jail cell.
I literally was watching you do it, and I was like, oh shit, he just gave me this in, and I'm about to fucking take it.
Let's get to my next loss. Oh, do you have more to say about that one?
Nope.
We had the one-of-a-kind Ronnie Adrian on the podcast to talk best Pixar movies, which is
was surprising to us.
It was surprising. And even more surprising, neither of us picked Toy Story. And
that was a big flub on your part.
Even more surprising, I picked Monsters, Inc., which lost to your pick of The Incredibles.
Which I had only seen once. So,
yeah.
Man, Elastigirl, man. Never forget.
That was the key this season, I think, was just only seeing a movie once and not thinking about it too much and just putting... Because I saw The Mummy a lot, and that movie lost for me. But I saw Chicago once. Yeah. Episode 8, this is when I knew I was going to lose. Best Denzel movie. Best Denzel. We were joined by Leonard. I mean, is it fair to say that you guys were in cahoots from the beginning? He's a part of your improv team. Lemon Pepper Wet, the great Vince Pegler Jr. I'm sorry, Vince Pegler III. I apologize to Vince's dad, Vince Pegler Jr. But
I don't know if Vince Pegler Jr. would have given me the dub. Who knows?
No, yeah, he doesn't like you as much. I feel like I would have won if it was Vince Pegler Jr. That's all.
Quinn with the surprising pick of Inside Man. That was actually a really great choice. I felt like you could have fell into a couple traps there, but you didn't.
Talk down to me. Oh, really great pick, Quinn. Oh, really nice. Did you win that one? No.
Yeah, with He Got Game. He Got Game. Spike Lee's He Got Game. I
didn't fall into the hastily made Remember the Titans trap, but I didn't get anything from it anyway, so I may as well have picked it.
You might as well have taken it. I played on the father-son relationship and He Got Game, knowing that it would pull at Vince's heartstrings. And finally, maybe the wildest prompt we've ever had.
Possibly our weirdest episode, yeah.
I don't even know why I said maybe. It is the weirdest prompt for sure. I don't know about maybe the weirdest episode, but the weirdest prompt we've had all
I say that
series long.
I say that with love. I think Michael would apprappreciate it. We had Michael Sturgis on the podcast, the actor, comedian, writer, cartographer. And we talked cannibalism movies on Christmas Eve. And I picked the only cannibalism movie that can win, Silence of the Lambs. And I beat you in an episode that did not matter towards our final tally.
Yeah, and I just chose American Psycho because they're literally, it didn't matter what I chose. So
yeah, you might as well have chosen He Got Game. It wouldn't matter. And that is the season. What a season it's been. Wow, what a whirlwind, Leonard. Are you left with any memories that come flooding back? Any time where, because I'm immediately recalling Michael going to the bathroom while we were recording the podcast.
That was pretty funny.
Tell,
I also a moment that the listener doesn't really know about, but I remember very vividly is me and Quinn doing in-person recording with someone on Zoom, which was Josh, second episode from my place. But then the audio was weird, so we had to do it in separate rooms. And then Quinn's laptop was dying, and he was in the living room, and he unplugged the Wi-Fi router to plug in his laptop and completely cut us off from Zoom,
Josh.
and kind of stalled the entire podcast episode. But we got it right.
I was almost happy when I lost that one. I was like, "This makes sense. This makes sense." Also the thing that you have like one of those, outlet strips. So there was like 6 choices of me to pull a plug out, and I just basically eeny meeny miny mowed it because my laptop was crashing fast, and I pulled out your Wi-Fi. So that was indicative of my luck for the season. I should have known then that was a bad omen that was going to follow me. But you live, you learn. I can't seem to beat Leonard as much as I try. I'm thinking of like Nancy Kerriganing you. I'm thinking of just having someone break your weed pen so that you can't compete.
I know, it's so funny. Quinn comes in with like very prepared, thoughtful arguments and like, different ways to present how his movie is the best, and I'm just like, hey man, listen man, you know how you felt when you was watching.
Yeah, you get all of our guests high, and then they agree with they come around to your way of thinking. No, but for real, it's fun getting heated, arguing movies with you, Leonard, but I think we had another fun season. We had another great season, and we're excited to talk about what's to come. But for tonight, on podcasting's biggest night, and also Hollywood's biggest night, and thus far the biggest night in Crypto.com arena history, we've got some awards to give out. Are you ready to get into it?
Very, very, very excited to give out these awards. This is my favorite time of every season, and who doesn't like to give out awards, and who doesn't like to receive awards,
Everybody loves to receive awards. It is awards season, that's right. And so we just went through episodes, we just went through guests, giving a little refresher to both the audience and most importantly, ourselves. So Leonard, we're going to do it the way we do it every time. We trade off envelopes. I believe you have the first one. Can you tell me the very anticipated award, Best Guest in Season 4?
Best Guest. We want to start out on a positive note this season, and we had a lot of great guests. We just went over all of them. A lot of fun, a lot of good times. Went on a lot of different tangents. This is supposedly a movie podcast, but, things happen. Any favorites you think? Before I open this envelope, do you have any thoughts? Maybe any
I'm
guesses?
I'm going to say I saw, and listen, there's no wrong answer to this question, Leonard, but I'm going to say I saw a side of Ronnie Adrian I didn't think I was going to see when he agreed to be on the podcast when we were waiting for his pick. And I think, he's known for being a bit of a jokester, but he's got a heart and he's got a brain and he's got interesting taste in Pixar films. So I think that worked its way into a backhanded compliment.
Okay,
that's my pick. That's who I think is on that envelope. But I don't know. As always, we do not pick. We do not
pick these. I have a feeling because of the listeners. John Potter was a big fan favorite this season, so I'm thinking maybe he might be the winner. But hold on, let me open this thing up.
Very popular with my mom, John Potter.
Wow. Apparently, there's a lot of people in the kink community who are very happy because Michael Sturgis is our best guest of the season.
Wow.
Apparently, it was the pee break. It was the pee break
did it for him, right?
That did it for a lot of people out there.
Wow.
Very surprised. Very surprised. I can't.
The delightfully outre Michael Sturgis.
I still don't even know what that word means.
Congratulations to Michael.
And so, this time I got to be the bringer of good news, but along with good news, there's always bad news.
Yep.
There's always a worst guest. We had a lot of great guests, but somebody's got to be the worst. Who is the worst guest of this season? You have the envelope. Once again, we do not make these picks.
Yes. The picks, as always, are chosen by the recently disgraced Hollywood Foreign and Press Association. They do all the voting. Go to them. People who lobby the votes, they go through them. We just host the podcast. We host the award show. So if you have any issue, take it up with them. I've got the envelope here, Leonard. Who do you think?
Well, like we always say, this is our day, but be mad at the HFPA. Okay.
That's right.
Worst guest. I'm gonna say Possibly, I'm gonna say possibly Peter Benefez. He chose your movie. I'm gonna
Wow.
I'm gonna say possibly James Mastriani. He chose one of your movies.
Wow.
Yeah, you know.
I see a pattern.
I might even
John Potter.
John
you
Potter.
just said might be the best guest.
I don't make these choices. You
Right.
know, the HFPA, they make wild decisions. You know,
You're right.
Michael Sturgis also could be the worst guest. He also did choose your film, so who knows? Who's in the envelope?
Well, I know Michael Jordan is not allowed in the audience tonight. We've been assured that he won't be able to find the show tonight because when he puts things into his Google Maps, he would put in Staples Center, which no longer has any hits if you post it. So we're confident he won't be there. But I do see in the audience, in his finest tux and tails, Rob Bowen. He's really hoping to win the 3-time worst guest award this year. So let's see if he does. Rob, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
I don't know how he does it. He hasn't even been a guest, but he always wins. Let's find out.
He'll never be a guest because we're beefing with him. He's very angry. We're happy he's not dead. Okay, here we go. Just opening this envelope that sounds like a bag, and the worst guest in season 4. Wow, he was just up here. Get him back, Michael Sturgis.
Wow.
The worst guest in season 4.
Rob Bowen has been taken down.
Sorry, Rob. Yeah, and you know what? It's the same reason he won best guest. The pee break. I guess it really
a
split.
lot of people don't like pee.
It really split the audience there. Some people loved it. It put them over the top.
Have you ever had
and
somebody
also
pee on
sunk
you,
them.
Quinn?
No, I have not, Leonard. I'm going to not ask you if you have because I don't want to know the answer. Moving on to our next category. We've got the best guest. We've got the worst guest. Now we're going to talk about the worst movie that we had to watch in season 4. This is, you would think, a subjective category. We probably have different picks ourselves.
Yeah.
But there is a title in that envelope that you have. Leonard, before you open it, what do you think?
I mean, you know, in past seasons, we've had some stinkers, you know? There have been some bad movies, obvious choices.
Yep.
This season, you know, I feel like there are a lot of good movies, you know? But I'm a little worried about the HFPA. I feel like there's going to be a black film inside of this envelope. You know, we know how they feel about black films. We know how about these people rating these films and discussing these films and these critics. They don't like these black films. So I'm worried. I just don't want it to be a black film. That's all I'm hoping for.
Okay. Well, I hope that for you as well. I will say I hope it's breaking all the rules because that while that is a black film, I think it's also a bad film. They're not mutually exclusive. And also that film did me dirty, I feel like. I'm blaming the movie for losing that week. So if that is truly a worse movie than Wild Wild West, then surely it must be the worst film. Then Leonard, you got the envelope.
All right, I'm opening it now. This envelope, it sounds like a chip bag. All right, here it is. And look at this. The worst movie of the season was Wild Wild West.
You shut the hell up. You shut up. Look, let me see that envelope.
Look, my God. Right there in black and white. That movie's bad.
Well, if it's so bad, how come I lost that week, Leonard?
You're going to have to talk to Hannah Faust about that one, my friend.
Oh, damn it.
You got to worry about either the Hollywood Foreign Press Association or the Hannah Faust Press Association. Either one. It's going to be, it's not good.
I'm upset.
I mean, are you surprised? It was a bad movie.
No, I'm not surprised. I feel validated, but also it's not going to benefit me anymore. So I'm upset.
Yeah, that's got to feel bad.
Give me the next award. All right, here we go.
And this is for the best movie of this. And when you don't have that many stinkers, that means you have a lot of good movies. There were a lot of good movies this season.
Yeah, let's talk about this. I'm looking at this. What do you think, like, just subjectively, Leonard? Don't tell me what you think is going to be on the envelope. What's the favorite movie that you are, or just like, I think this is the best, even if it's not my favorite? Yeah.
Out of this entire season,
yep.
My personal favorite movie, I'm going to say, you know, some of these movies were like new experiences, or I hadn't seen these movies in a very long time. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna have to go with. I'm just gonna have to stick with it. I can't sway because, you know, one of these was movies we were obsessed with, you know, and I've been obsessed with Idiocracy a long time, but I'm not going to go with Idiocracy. I'm gonna go with
Thank God
Training Day. Training Day. Yeah.
The best Denzel movie that wasn't. Okay, well, that is a solid pick. I think I'm going to go Silence of the Lambs. I like curling up on the couch with some fava beans and a nice Chianti and just kicking back and watching Hannibal Lecter work. But it's not up to us, as we've said 14 times now already. Let me see what's in the envelope. Best movie covered in Season 4 of the Film vs. Film podcast. Here we go. Excuse me. Let me put my reading glasses on. It's Idiocracy? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, shit.
This is a bad joke.
Shout out to the Hollywood Foreign Press
This
Association.
is a bad joke. If Mike Judge takes a shit in films, are you going to give him an award? You people are the worst.
We've got a panel full of cynics. I love it.
My
I love
God.
it. I love it.
It's satire.
They must have went to Costco University, you know? And that's what happens when you're highly educated and you go to a university that is inside of a shopping mall.
Maybe the pick is satirical like the film is satirical, but also like the film, this pick's not funny, guys, okay? This is a serious award show we're running.
Whoa,
Jesus.
Whoa. Don't let Mike Judge hear that. Mike Judge, if you're listening, I love you. So, you're cool.
Leonard, while we're on the topic of movies, we got to talk about, and I believe you have the envelope for it, your favorite performance.
Ooh.
Your favorite performance of all the films we watched.
I mean, Luke Wilson was pretty damn good in Idiocracy.
Shut your mouth and talk about something else.
Okay. Favorite performance? Well, I mean, we had Denzel a few times this season. Denzel pushing that child on that court and he got game might have been my favorite performance all season.
Just the father mildly abusing his son.
He just felt so real. I mean, you got to go with, Michael. I mean, God damn it. What's his name?
You forgetting names again? I see you got that deer in the headlights.
From Silence of the Lambs. From Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, now you're making me forget. My brain gave me Gene Hackman. That's not Gene Hackman. Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. Great.
How about some love for Brendan Fraser in The Mummy?
So, I'm going to shout out how big of a Morris Chestnut was really good at playing a piece of shit, no-brained, half character and breaking all the rules.
Yeah, and also
and
hunky football. Wait, he plays football in Boys in the Hood, right?
Yep,
yeah.
Ricky.
When he had hair.
But I mean, and also can't forget to throw out Leo. And my man Jack. Jack also had, there are a lot of great performances.
Mark Wahlberg is pretty good in The Departed, playing a racist cop. Little life imitating art, maybe, I'm not sure, but you believe that performance. I really like Dash from The Incredibles. I feel like he gives a very full performance, and
all right, well,
you really go on a ride.
There can only be one.
There can only be one, though.
And I am going to open up this envelope. And
I see in his face it's something unexpected.
Oh man, it's fucking Renee Zellweger in Chicago.
Renee, oh my gosh, what an upset, Renee.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Totally well deserved.
Are you serious? Didn't she win an Oscar? She
won an Oscar.
This is blasphemous. This is crazy. I'm
Leonard,
upset.
If she won an Oscar, she can win a Film versus Film podcast episode awards season 4 episode award. Now, Leonard, also, this is my favorite time of each episode. Before we give this award to Renee, who unfortunately could not be here, so for all guests who cannot be here, we will, of course, mail you the trophy. But, Leonard, do you want to describe what the season 4 trophy looks like this year?
Man, first of all,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's two scale. It's a K9, K9.5 mask.
It's a to scale K9. It's
K9,
a whole dog.
It's a to scale K9.5. What is it? A
N5, N95, N95.
It's a to scale N95 mask.
Sorry for that, folks. It's not a K9. We did not bronze a dog. It's an N95 mask that we have. Now, Leonard, is it functional? It
is not functional.
This is gold plated.
It's not functional at all. It's wrapped around a football.
Yes, that I do.
It's wrapped around a football.
Yep.
And on the football There's an axe attached to it.
Yep.
And this is gonna be a tough one to display. You know,
you're gonna need a lot of mantle space and a very firm mantle because it will take down your shelf.
Yeah. So
it's also been riddled with bullets, which is I think a Training Day nod. It's just been shot up. Also maybe The Departed. But it's a
also
beautiful
maybe Tales
piece
from the Hood.
Pick a lot of movies with gun violence. Also maybe American Psycho. So.
There's a lot of pain inflicted in this one.
Yeah.
And just the fact that we also have to remember to wear your mask and your N5, your 9 whatever mask.
Your K95 mask.
Your N95.
Of course, you shouldn't put a mask on a football, so don't take it that literally. That would be a waste of an N95 mask. But I think it's more of a metaphor for film that we're celebrating, and the trophy reflects that.
Well, it's also a representation from like boyhood and death. You know, if you don't put your mask on, you're gonna die. Just like how if you're had a football and this pass in boyhood, you died. So, Ricky carried that football around with him all the time. But if he just carried a mask with him everywhere, maybe he wouldn't have died.
That's right. That's right. If he had that mask, he
and that's
might not
just.
have died.
I mean, I just feel like that's the wrong place, wrong time to put that message in an award. But here we are.
I agree. It's kind of distasteful. But moving on to our least favorite performance in any film from the season 4 film versus film catalog,
The Mummy.
You want me to just you think it's going to be The Mummy?
No, that's just my guess. That's just my guess. I didn't want to.
Now let me ask you.
I'm not saying it's The Mummy. I'm just.
Are you saying your least favorite performance is The Mummy, or is it someone from The Mummy?
Everyone in The Mummy.
It's everyone in The Mummy. Okay, Leonard. Well, have your laughs, have your chortles, and I'm going to tell you what the actual answer is. Least favorite performance in the film versus film season 4 movies goes to the cast of The Mummy. This is an ensemble award. Are you kidding me, guys? The whole cast of The Mummy.
Sometimes the Hollywood Foreign Press Association makes decisions like this, and they give it to the entire ensemble instead of getting it to one person. And I really want to,
Brandon Fraser, Rachel Weisz,
Brendan Fraser,
Arnold Vosloo. You're giving it to all these motherfuckers? That is disrespectful, and I'm going to accept this award on their behalf so that they could never receive it because I think that's totally unfair.
Well, also what people don't know is this award comes apart, so you can pull. Somebody could get the axe, someone could get the football, someone could get the mask. All of them are riddled with bullet holes, but you can get a piece of each.
They'll never see this. I'm going to bury this. Okay, so this really just continues to not be my season. But we do have
contractually obligated. I'm contractually obligated to do this intro for this next award.
Oh yes, okay, good.
Quinn is not allowed to speak, and he would not want to speak. So,
it says here that I'm supposed to stand in solemn remembrance.
Yeah, times are changing, people, and that's right. Black people got their own award this time. They won't give us pay or rights, but they will give us awards and false holidays. So this season,
Did Leonard just call Martin Luther King a false holiday?
Not Martin Luther King Day, Juneteenth. We've got a very special award, and that is the Blackest Movie Award. We had a lot of black movies this season. And so Hollywood Foreign Press is like, you know what? Instead of like giving you your rights and being equal to other films, we're just gonna give you a little subcategory of black films. So what's the blackest movie this season, Quinn? What do you think?
Pass.
All right.
Can I ask? Are you asking like by volume or by content?
You tell me.
You know what? I'm gonna go to my original answer of pass.
Here at Film versus Film, we don't have any hard set rules for anything, so it's all subjective. All right, well, here we got a few options. We got Tales from the Hood, very black movie.
Yes.
You would think Chicago would fall under this category.
Nope.
Boys in the Hood. We got Boys in the Hood. We got Training Day. We got Breaking All the Rules. Wild Wild West does not count.
Come on.
He got Game.
It's true.
Wild Wild West does not count. All right, and I'm going to
Legally, no movie with Kevin Kline can be considered a black movie, even if it has Will Smith in it. So it's a gray area.
What happened to Kevin Kline? He just
I don't know.
disappeared. All right, and wow,
He's looking upset.
wow. Out of all these wonderful movies I named, with great leading actors, great stories, breaking all the rules.
Oh God!
Breaking all the rules.
That's the second film time that we've awarded Breaking All the Rules my worst viewing experience of the season with a friggin' prestige award.
Wow.
I know I shouldn't get angry about the blackest movie category, Leonard, but I'm angry. This is not.
So you're angrier than the black man. Okay.
It beat 3 Denzel movies.
Take
You
that
should
from
be angry too.
I know. I'm very angry. I'm very upset. And also,
You picked it.
Also, Breaking All the Rules didn't win any awards before this.
Yeah.
Wild Wild West won worst movie, and I think that's what you're upset about.
It didn't deserve to win any awards before this. We are.
Well, it won blackest movie. I mean, it's an all black cast, and I mean, actually, there are a couple white people in it, but they're pretty bad in the movie.
They're the ones who are following all the rules. That's the most.
Sorry, I can't. This is your turn. It's your turn, Quinn.
Oh, yes. Well, if the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, Leonard, then the whiter the berry, the come back to me. I'm choosing the, because Turnabout is fair play, the whitest movie that we covered on the season 4 of Film versus Film podcast. And we have, as usual, a cornucopia of options to choose from. Let me just count the ways here. The Ring, that's a white-ass movie starring Naomi Watts, takes place in like the Pacific Northwest, which is pretty white.
Very white.
The Mummy, which is just a bunch of white people running around Egypt. You would think that it might be a little bit more culturally inclusive. It's not. Chicago, a movie about, arguably, Leonard, you hail kind of from Atlanta, New Orleans, but Chicago is one of our blackest cities. Am I stepping in it saying that? I feel like that's a.
What you trying to say, Quinn?
Yeah, let me keep going. But however black the city may be, the movie is not. Then we have Leonard's Pitch Perfect, which is perhaps the whitest movie of all time.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is the front runner.
This is a movie about a cappella, so yeah.
Can't
LA
forget Boys in the Hood.
Confidential. LA Confidential, The Departed, Wild Wild West because of Kevin Kline, The Incredibles, Monsters Inc. doesn't settle on a race, but I feel like those monsters
white.
are probably white.
Boo is white.
American Psycho and Silence of the Lambs. That's just white people.
Black people
that
don't do
start
cannibalism.
eating people. Yeah. Why is that, Leonard?
Because we're
Just don't have
not
the time.
we're not colonizers.
Yeah.
that colonizer energy.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm already subjugating these people. Why don't I try eating them? Which I guess makes a certain amount of sense. But let's cut through the suspense and let me just announce the winner here. Whew, okay. Oh, wow. I mean, so many people to award for this one, but just white. I don't know how we determine blackest movie, but whitest movie was by volume, and that goes to the Boston crime drama The Departed, taking place in the city of Boston.
Wow.
If Chicago is one of our blackest cities, Leonard, Boston is definitely the whitest. So one of
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, that's true. But those are
They don't
weird.
make movies about Salt Lake City.
Those
Utah.
are weird whites, Leonard. We're not looking for weird whites. Like, hey, I'm talking. Boston considers itself a very middle class, salt of the earth white, and you get a kind of specific.
Boston
flavor
only
there.
allows black people in the city because they need sports.
It's true. If you're not a Celtic, you're in trouble. So. I mean, does it do even DiCaprio, Damon, Nicholson, Wahlberg, Martin Sheen,
Anthony Anderson?
Oh yeah, Anthony Anderson, who gets shot in the head in this movie. So I feel like if anything that helps. Get Vera Farmiga. It's just.
I mean, any movie that says cranberry juice, what are you on your period? Got to be the whitest movie, right?
It's true. Here to accept the award for whitest movie is Matt Damon, who's kind enough to join us here at the Crypto Arena. Matt, thank you for making this film Despite being such a white movie, I do think Leonard enjoyed it. And thank you for that elevator death scene, which secured me one of my few wins of the year.
Wait, what was that, Matt? No, you can't say that. We're not allowed to. You're not allowed to say that word anymore. No, Matt. No.
Uh-oh. His acceptance speech is getting too white. All right, let's play him off the tape. All right, here we go. Quick, Leonard, into the next award.
Okay. Oh, man. We've been around long enough now that we are handing out Lifetime Achievement Awards.
That's right. Babies born when we recorded our first podcast, Leonard, are now a year and change. That's pretty incredible.
They made it through this tough world for over an entire year.
They've known only pandemic.
They've known only their homes.
You're really getting into this.
Oh man. Well, that's because it's named after Samuel L. Jackson. How you got to get into it, right?
Of course.
And as we all know, Samuel L. Jackson was our first, just like
guy who pops up in all the movies but is in none of the movies we pick.
And then he didn't make it. And so we're paying homage to him. And in this season's Samuel Jackson Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Luis Guzman.
Oh, this is very nice.
It's finally your time,
good.
Luis.
Luis Guzman was, of course, our that guy in season 4 and pulled an offer. We seem to be allergic to the people that we put in that third criterion spot.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, hold on. Is that Roger Gouverneur Smith? Roger Gouverneur Smith is coming up here right now to accept Luis Guzman's award. Why? I've never seen anything like this. This is unheard of. He's
pulling a Kanye.
He's pulling a Kanye. He said he deserved this Lifetime Achievement Award. He was in 2 movies this season, and I think he's been in 5 movies from the entire history of the podcast.
He shows up time and again. I'm starting to see his face in my dreams, Leonard.
Wait a second. Roger Smith, he's been in like 6 Spike Lee movies. He was in Do the Right Thing.
That's right.
Spike Lee did The Barnes Black Man. He's friends with Michael Jordan. I think Roger Smith might be friends with Michael Jordan. Do you think he told him where we were?
He wouldn't.
Do you think Roger Smith told Michael Jordan where we were and that this was happening?
He wouldn't do that. He knows. I mean, he's been on the podcast so many times. He must know that we're beefing with Michael Jordan.
Oh, God.
Do you want to ask him?
I'm too scared to ask.
I'm afraid too, because if the answer is yes, I told Michael Jordan, then we got to get our cars running.
Yeah,
we got to be able to leave here in a
hurry.
hurry.
Awards, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna call a Lyft real quick. I'm not even gonna use my car. I think he knows what type of car I drive. So I'm not.
All right. Well, Leonard, I might hop in that Lyft with you.
Let's get through this.
Next award. I'm not really sure what this one means exactly, so I'm just gonna open the envelope as I'm reading it here. This is for Biggest Meltdown, and let me see. Okay. This goes to me.
Yeah.
This was when Hannah Faust chose Breaking All the Rules instead of Wild Wild West, and I think I got for real mad at her, and so thank you for this award. I don't know if that's
as soon as they announced that this was gonna be an award, we all knew who was gonna win this award.
I just feel like what do I display this? I don't want this reminder.
I will tell you who was a close runner-up was Ricky's
views.
mom. Ricky's mom when Ricky got shot. That might have been the second biggest meltdown of the season.
Wait, that's the second biggest meltdown?
Your moment with Hannah and the Breaking All the Rules winning was by far the biggest meltdown.
With her son in Boys in the Hood, her son gets shot and then is displayed on her couch dead.
Second biggest meltdown.
Oh my God, this.
Third biggest meltdown would probably be me when James chose fucking The Departed.
No, it was when he said the line.
When he said,
I was going to pick Training Day until I heard Quinn's argument.
Yeah, that's what threw me into the depths of despair. Oh man, but let's get through this episode because I'm starting to get nervous. Okay. There's just like some weird energy happening.
Yeah, okay. Oh, absolutely. I think I'm seeing the lights start to flicker on and off in a suggestive pattern like they do when like the Candyman is coming and stuff. So I don't know. Leonard, you get the next award.
Oh, best Denzel movie. Denzel movie.
And so this is separate from best movie and also separate from blackest movie.
This is the best Denzel movie.
Okay.
Denzel had to make sure that he was gonna get his goddamn due diligence of acknowledging his greatness. Okay?
I feel like we acknowledge his greatness a lot. And in fact, we had an episode titled Best Denzel Movie. So this feels like a completely superfluous award.
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and open this envelope. And when you look at that, Training Day.
The one movie that we picked that was not even in the best Denzel movie category because we used it in a different category.
Man, I really blew that. I really blew that hard. Blew that hard. Man, that's a tough one.
I gotta start rejecting guest prompts. Best Denzel movie? Nah, we already talked about Training Day this season. Choose again.
Choose again. Oh, okay. Let's. I don't like.
Congrats to Denzel, I guess.
Congrats, Denzel.
Congrats to Macbeth. We got one more category, Leonard, and they're telling me the people that are running this show are making, in no uncertain terms, they're pointing to me and they're saying I have to present this award to you, which makes me sick. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're saying I'm supposed to. Okay, I got it. Okay.
What's
Here
happening?
Well, Leonard, you were very excited.
No.
You're very proud of winning the season 4 of Film vs. Film podcast, not just for that, but because it locked up 3 wins in a row. We call that in sports a three-peat.
No.
You know who else calls winning 3 in a row a three-peat? Here to present Leonard with his award for his 3rd consecutive season win is the 6-time NBA champion and NBA MVP.
No.
His airness, Michael Jordan.
Should I be happy? Should I be scared? Is the beef settled?
Oh,
I don't
boy.
want to go up there. I don't want to have to.
Go up there, Leonard.
I don't
see
wanna-
him. He's standing back at the end of the thing. He's got your award for it. He's
This
palming
doesn't
it
feel right.
in one hand like a basketball.
He's
He wants you to
palming the
take award.
football of the award like it's. There's an axe attached to this award. You think
And he is testing that it is in fact detachable. Why did you decide that the axe had to be a real detachable axe, Leonard? I feel like that's on you, buddy.
I just felt like wasting an entire axe for an award just felt wrong. And wait a second. So is Michael cool with me now? Is he cool?
I
with
don't
this?
know. I'm not going to go up and ask him. They just told me he's giving you the award.
Because Roger Gouverneur Smith gave me a weird look when I said Michael Jordan.
Okay,
You guys know I idolized Michael Jordan, and then I ruined any possible future relationship I had with him with this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So this is either going to be a dream come true,
Because he
or
listens.
my untimely death
Yeah.
by the hands of Michael Jordan.
But either way, it's a good story. I mean, granted, one of the ways it's only a good story for me, but it's a fun way to go. I'll put it on your tombstone. Here lies Leonard Smith Jr. murdered by Michael Jordan.
I'm just gonna let Michael Jordan keep that award. And I say, I think my lift. Oh, hold on. Before I get in this lift, though.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. Take your lift. You don't want to leave that guy waiting.
We gotta talk about your punishment.
No.
We gotta talk about Quinn's punishment.
Do we? Crypto.com arena doesn't want to hear about my punishment, Leonard.
Okay, I just want to make sure that Michael Jordan leaves the premises before I. Okay.
It's a red Prius, Michael. He's going to be getting in a red Prius at the end of this show.
Okay, we're going to talk about Quinn's punishment for this season. We're no longer doing movie punishments at the end of the season, and simply because Quinn's over it.
Well, I just think that you need to get more creative if I'm going to have to keep doing these things. But it is your call, man. It's all your call. Michael, the driver of the lift's name is Mason. So you just go out.
Okay. Well, everybody knows Quinn is famous for his intros. So, all of season 5,
Oh, no.
Quinn will be introing himself as the 3-time loser of Film vs. Film podcast. And when he introduces me, he will say the reigning and 3-time champion of the Film vs. Film podcast, Leonard Smith Jr., every single episode for season 5 of Film vs. Film podcast.
I don't want to do that, but I will do that because I'm a man of my word, and we have to put something on the line for these episodes, or else they mean nothing. God damn it! Is that all you have for me?
There may be a possibility of a new shirt.
Oh God, don't make me wear another shirt. I don't know if
There
people
may be a
saw.
possibility of another shirt.
Leonard made me a shirt, which is a very specific punishment because he had to spend money on it, where it just said loser, and I had to wear it every time we recorded, which is, I think, why I lost this season, by the way. It's subliminal. It just tells people that I am a loser and they should not pick my movies. Yes. So I think it's in effect cheating.
I'm giving you three kind of tiny punishments for the three-peat. And the third one, I'm going back to an old episode where a guest gave a suggestion by the name of Carl Tart that you either eat some. I need on film. Either eating 6 super spicy wings, which I will be choosing the hot sauce for.
Oh shit!
And
watching Draft Day.
Or was it rum raisin ice cream? What did he say you had to eat with something on top of the ice cream? Was it hot sauce in the ice cream, or was it like?
Wasn't it like instead of whipped cream, it was like? Why am I making my own punishment worse? But I think it might have been like mayo or some sort of like not a topping. But we can listen to this episode. We have it on our podcast.
You either have to do one of the weird ice cream thing or 6 super hot wings. Intro me accordingly every episode of season 5.
So I have to intro you as a winner every episode, which is going to
the reigning champion and 3-time and three.
Okay, why don't you figure out what you wanted me to say? Give it to me, and we'll get that copy in there.
Yep, the copy.
You're gonna make me wear the same shirt or get me a new shirt. I love that these punishments involve you buying me shirts, essentially. And 3, the real punishment. I want to do the wings thing because you're on a team called Lemon Pepper Wet. I eat wings, but I am also the kind of person who considers like boneless wings, and I know you have a strong stance on that. I know Arisha, former guest, has a strong stance on that. I know they're not wings.
Okay.
I know they're not, but I'm just saying I want you to school me in wings, Leonard. If I have to watch Draft Day or eat the ice cream or whatever comes with it, we'll do that. We'll be more specific to the punishment. But the important thing is that I'm being punished, and I feel that I'm being punished. A dark cloud hangs around over me all day.
I mean, I would love a trophy or something. That'd be great. You know, if you don't.
Yeah, you can get one. Michael's got it in his hand for you. So why don't you just go get it?
Nope. I almost fell prey to my own trap. This has been a fun one. You know, this has been a fun one at Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah, thanks to the people at Crypto.com. Thanks to Elon. Thanks to
no, fuck Elon Musk.
No, okay, we're not thanking him. Who's behind crypto? Thanks to a bunch of 14-year-olds on Reddit for pumping that stock, and
thanks to NFTs.
I want to thank all of our great guests this season. I want to thank Rob Bowen for showing up,
being alive and having both his legs.
And still being alive and having both of his legs. But do I now want to say, Rob, get out? We don't like you. And I want to thank everybody who listened to our essentially serious episodes, like in the season, and also this one. And to stick around, we got a couple bonus episodes coming up. One will involve my punishment, but we'll talk about some movies too before we get into stuff for season 5. So looking forward to the new year, and looking forward to I don't know, trying to win once again, like just trying to. I always make it 5-4. I'm very good at losing early and then at least making it 5-4 and making it look respectable. I want to win.
You're good at losing early to where I don't care about the last episode.
But I don't want to win 5-4. I want to win 7-2. I want to win 8-1. Okay, I want to win 10 to -1 if it's possible. I got to get back on my game a little bit to really feel good about myself. So more to come there. We'll see. I have a feeling I will be giving a version of this speech again in 3 months or whenever our next awards episode is.
The overall record for you, is it's 19-17, so it's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as you think.
No, it's true. I have won a season, but it doesn't feel that way. You're the Bulls, and I'm the Detroit Pistons. Like, once the Bulls got past the Detroit Pistons, no one talked about the Detroit Pistons anymore. Michael just heard me say the Detroit Pistons, and he is kicking down chairs to make his way towards us. Now, okay, Leonard, can I grab that Uber with you? Can I hop in with Mason?
Now you want to get in the Uber with me?
Yeah, now I want to get in the Uber. Okay, please.
Cool.
I took a lime scooter here, all right? You think that can outrun Michael Jordan when he's angry? Have you ever seen that guy drive to the rim?
We're fucked. We gotta go.
All right, thanks everybody. Talk to you later. Until that time, we'll see you at Crypto.com Arena.
Ah!